Shedeur Sanders gets Colorado crown while Buffaloes face unsolvable QB puzzle with Salter Lewis tug-of-war. The air in Boulder felt different this summer, not just because of the seasonal shift from spring's promise to summer's intensity, but because the walls of the Colorado Buffaloes football facility finally told a story that concluded the Prime Suns era with two immortalized jersey numbers, number 2 and number 12, now hanging beside one another. Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter, the beating heart of Deion Sanders' reimagined Buffaloes, have officially been enshrined in Colorado football history. Framed jerseys, fresh flowers, social media reels, all of it orchestrated as a fitting send-off for two generational athletes. But beneath the glossy tributes and fond farewells lies a rapidly evolving and tension-filled new chapter. One that's not about the past, but the immense uncertainty of the future. Life after legends. As Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter transition to the NFL and prepare for their first pro training camps, a cavernous void has been left in their wake. One filled not just with questions about raw skill or potential, but deeper anxieties about leadership, durability, and vision. Shedeur Sanders masked more than we realized, remarked analyst Matt Smith. His level of talent disguised a lot of Colorado's flaws. And now, with his departure, those cracks in the foundation risk becoming craters. Smith's warning echoed through the halls of Buffalo's nation like a thunderclap, because while the rest of the country sees the beginning of a quarterback battle in Boulder, those inside know it's more than a battle. It's a dilemma, conundrum, a high-stakes chess match between two quarterbacks who couldn't be more different. Kaidon Salter and Julian Juju Lewis. The Kaidon Salter roller coaster. Kaidon Salter wasn't supposed to be this complicated. A gifted dual-threat QB with proven production at Liberty University, Salter looked like a dream solution on paper. During his sophomore season, he torched defenses with over 2,800 passing yards, 32 touchdowns, and just 6 interceptions, all while rushing for another 1,089 yards and 12 scores. He had poise, creativity, and mobility, the kind of player Prime has traditionally loved. But then came the collapse. In 2024, Salter regressed. Dramatically, his decision-making faltered, his composure vanished, and the statistics painted a picture of a quarterback buried under the weight of expectations. Liberty returned its head coach. Their system remained intact, but Salter's magic disappeared. He had a massive drop-off, Smith noted. You don't usually see a statistical change that aggressive unless something's broken. Brian Howell, another seasoned analyst, didn't sugarcoat it either. If Colorado gets the 2024 version of Kaidon Salter, they're in trouble. If they get the 2023 version, this offense could really take off. And therein lies the gamble. The Buffaloes aren't just replacing a quarterback. They're trying to find someone who can lead a fractured locker room, stabilize a young offense, and play mistake-free football while being chased by elite Big 12 pass rushers. Kaidon Salter is not just auditioning for a starting spot. He's trying to outrun the shadow of his own inconsistency. Juju Lewis, raw lightning. Then there's the freshman phenom, Julian Juju Lewis. The name itself causes a buzz in recruiting circles. At just 17 years old, he's already a media darling and a football prodigy. His footwork, electric. His arm, cannon-like. His upside, limitless. But the reality is sobering. Juju is a high school senior masquerading in a Power 5 uniform. Yes, he's talented. Yes, he's composed. But he's not yet ready. He's still getting used to the speed and physicality of the college game, Smith warned. He's 17. He's got every tool, but he's raw. The dilemma with Lewis isn't about potential, it's about timing. Throwing him into the fire too early could set him back years. Letting him marinate, on the other hand, requires the team to survive with someone else under center. Hence the battle, or more accurately, the standoff. Colorado doesn't need a quarterback of the future. They need a quarterback for right now. The ghost of Shedeur. Part of what makes this situation so difficult is that Shedeur Sanders wasn't just a quarterback. He was an anchor, an identity, a security blanket for a team still searching for its rhythm under Deion Sanders' hyper-aggressive rebuild. Shedeur covered up weaknesses in the offensive line. He led in crunch time. He delivered with his back against the wall. His football IQ, off the charts. His calm demeanor, a stabilizing force. And now, that's all gone. The risk Colorado faces is assuming that system continuity will replace quarterback excellence. It won't. Shedeur didn't thrive in spite of the system. The system thrived because of Shedeur. And for Kaidon Salter to succeed where Shedeur left off, he must do more than replicate stats. He must replicate Shedeur's aura. That, perhaps, is the most daunting task of all. What's at stake in year 2? Deion Sanders is no stranger to pressure. But even he must feel the heat now. Year 1 was a Hollywood reboot. Flashy transfers, viral moments, a 9-4 finish, and national media obsession. Year 2, though, demands substance over style. And that begins with solving the quarterback crisis. For Spencer McLaughlin of Locked On Buffs, the message is clear. Slow down. These things take time, McLaughlin said. You've got to crawl before you can walk. That may be a hard pill to swallow for a program that just launched a rocket into the nil era. But it's also a necessary one. Colorado doesn't need a national championship right now. They need a Big 12 title run. They need consistent play. They need leadership. They need belief. Show that you can outperform everyone else over 12 games. McLaughlin continued. Then talk about the next step. The supporting cast, under pressure. The pressure isn't limited to the quarterbacks. Wideouts Draylon Miller and Amarian Miller will now be asked to carry Travis Hunter's production, on and off the stat sheet. Defensive backs like DJ McKinney must step into the spotlight. The Colorado locker room can no longer lean on Shedeur's calm or Hunter's electricity. Every man now must be his own pillar. And that's where intangibles come into play. Shedeur and Hunter didn't just bring skill. They brought culture, belief, swagger, the kind of intangibles you can't teach, trade, or replace. Why baby steps matter. For Colorado, patience will be the ultimate virtue. Kaidon Salter needs to find his 2023 self again. Juju Lewis needs to grow into his role without being thrown into chaos. Deion Sanders needs to rebuild from the inside out, not just with 5-star recruits and Instagram highlights, but with grit, toughness, and chemistry. This isn't just a new chapter. It's a full reboot. So while the framed jerseys of Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter shine proudly on the walls of Boulder, they also cast a long shadow over what's next. A shadow filled with questions that only time, maturity, and resilience can answer. And for now, the most important play Colorado can run isn't a deep post or a trick reverse. It's a baby step. For Colorado, patience will be the ultimate virtue. Kaidon Salter needs to find his 2023 self again. Juju Lewis needs to grow into his role without being thrown into chaos. Deion Sanders needs to rebuild from the inside out, not just with 5-star recruits and Instagram highlights, but with grit, toughness, and chemistry. This isn't just a new chapter. It's a full reboot. So while the framed jerseys of Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter shine proudly on the walls of Boulder, they also cast a long shadow over what's next. A shadow filled with questions that only time, maturity, and resilience can answer. And for now, the most important play Colorado can run isn't a deep post or a trick reverse. It's a baby step.